stuff like that, and you can kind of touch on where you, I guess, like where your mindset was a lot of times.
I mean, like, for our band, like, the talent was always there. We just needed somebody to really put us in the right, you know what I'm saying, put us in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? We had two great females that were speaking for our band, but it still wasn't leading us to the right. They'd speak for the band, but wouldn't really be like, oh, y'all need to do this, do that, do this. You know what I'm saying? So then, about the time you came around, what was that about like 09? No, 08.
Nah, that was probably like 09, close to.
Oh, that was like, I want to say the end of 08, 09.
Yeah, you probably right.
Cause I want to say the show left at like 09, so I know we had $1 million wrong with that, but yeah, it was like we had first off, like, I ain't going to fake with that, but man, I was the only nigga that had the swag in the band.
Of course, I mean, we can keep that a buck. We can even say, let's be realistic. To me, you probably like outside of Space before Space became a lead talker.
That'd be for like, in the band, period.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about in Bounce Beat. If you're talking about strong two men, and I won't count Damo.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he at one point in time he was a lead talker, and he was a two man before. He was in a Bounce Beat band. Yeah. But we talking about elite two men niggas. It'd be you, Space, Bo. I mean, and I'm not putting them in that order, but we talking about standout niggas who realistically. I'm never gonna say Bo was more popular than Polo, but we talking about niggas who could be probably. I could probably even say you in Space more than anybody else. Where y'all kind of was just as popular or more popular than the lead talkers of whatever bands y'all were playing with at the time. So that was just a different type of thing. And realistically, I feel like that was even a cooler thing. And that's a little bit later on in the story when he came. It helped you give you like some extra nigga on the stage with some swag.
And but yeah, like when we transitioned, like when you came in. Then we switched up our sound. Like, of course, we still had the Jones. Like, Showtime he real creative about everything. So, like, even when we had Super Freak, She the Bomb, all them type of Jones that people love, but it was like those original Jones that people were always gonna like and all that.
Of course.
It was just like, nigga, it's time we gotta hit some radio shit. You know what I'm
and don't get me wrong, and let's be honest for the people, that wasn't an easy transaction because it was definitely like that first couple practices. I was like, man, fuck y'all niggas, because Low was at like it was niggas in the band who didn't want to change over. They like, that's not us, that's not our sound. I'm like, nigga, y'all sound ain't working. It's working to where like you stuck right here. If I'm listening to y'all and I let y'all control what you think your sound is, we gonna be stuck where we at. And if y'all want to make some money, nigga, we need to change the sound.
Nah, that's facts though. Like, and that's really how I went though. Like cause like every song we was making was all original Jones, and then which is like that just comes from creativity. Like I said, at Showtime. Showtime is creative as fuck. But outside of that, like, but it's like, all right, how many more Super Freaks can you give me? How many more Shoot 'em All you give me? Like, either why you want to hear something that's current at the end of the day? Because like even when you listen to my old song, a lot of the hooks on them. Like singing hooks was all shit that you had grown up on. You ain't hear no new shit. And then that was I ain't gonna hold that shit was hard at first. Like, because like when Space came, it was easy. It was easier then. Cause
but just stay like right there at that point where it was like the first couple of practices when I was coming into the situation and where I'm sure everybody in the band wasn't comfortable. Everybody in the band didn't know me. So it was realistically, I was coming off the strength of Ace. That was the only person who knew me. And he realistically maybe was the only person who even trusted me. So that at that situation, you would have to explain more because I couldn't tell the people what, I guess, the train of thought or how niggas actually felt at that time, like switching their sound or not wanting to switch the sound or didn't want to sound like this band. Where realistically, let's be honest, and to me, it was like y'all was a younger version of Reaction.
Yeah. And that's what it was like, and then a lot of people was like, everybody had their ups and downs. They're like, oh man, but people like us for this, people like us for that. I'm like, shit, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, at that point it was like a younger Reaction. And then when we switched the sound up, started sampling the fuck out of people, then we came to a younger TCB. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, because everything like. Even if they would hit a song before we hit it, I'm like, damn, I can picture us hitting that song just like how they was hitting it. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
and that's it. And then once we got out that mindset of just being like, being that that XIB when we came about, it made other songs easier to hit. Like if we did do an original song, it's easy to hit now because now we got all these other main like radio killer. That's why the radio killer shit came about. It's like every song that came on the radio, that shit was getting hit that same week. Like,
of course. Okay, I guess so. My question for you, because I mean, you were still in school at that time.
Yeah.
What was the change in the reaction of the people that was listening to you or already coming to shows to see y'all at certain places? Like, what was what was the vibe from those people? Like, I guess going to school or going to practice or just being around people in the mall or other places now.
Yeah. Them people, man, first of all, I mean, you always got people that's gonna show love, man. Like, they got some, I ain't gonna hold you, got some people that just straight like dick eat. I ain't gonna, they just be like, oh, damn, like the song might be alright. Don't be making it sound like this joint is excellent, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, then I would still have them friends that be like, yeah, but if ABM was to hit it, this should be better. You know what I'm saying? So you always got people, that's one thing about Go-Go, like Go-Go got people that just like what they like, you know what I'm saying?
It's almost like, it's like sports, damn it. It's like realistically like playing a real sport because it's like you say, niggas have their fans where it's like Redskins and Cowboys, and I felt like we built that, even that kind of camaraderie, even playing with ABM or against ABM or whatever the case may be. It was like, if I like ABM, it's fuck XIB. So it was really that type of, and most people might not know that. I mean, especially on the outside looking in, you probably not see that. But if you actually at the shows and you see who come to see you and who don't come to see you, and then realistically, like you said earlier about the Go-Go Central shit, that Go-Go Central shit was like, that's where the fans got their shit off, and you didn't know who. Like, of course, if a nigga played in a band, he had it as his regular name. But the motherfuckers who had the miscellaneous keyboard names, them niggas gonna go hard on you and drag this shit out of you. So you really felt the way, and they probably was niggas in bands who didn't get off the porch, and it was kind of like, and don't get me wrong, it was always easy to put the battery in your back because you already was a cocky nigga. I'm talking about, and for people who don't know, this nigga was so cocky to the point when he was trying to go to college, we had to go delete fucking videos off of YouTube. Like, his father was like, nah, nigga, this shit, niggas, like, y'all in the game, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, that type of shit talking and money flashing and just really being on our shit to really let niggas know, like, nah, nigga, we really getting some money and we fucking these shows up.
I'll never forget that one video. I'm talking about, we pull up to practice. I pull up in the drop top Porsche. You know what I'm saying? We got the money bag in the front. You know, in the Porsche, you got two trunks, one in the front, one in the back. So Mikey go to the trunk. I said, nah, I'll trunk in the front. Put on that drink. It's a Gucci bag with them bands in the jump. Like that shit really, man, I was in school. I'm talking about this shit. I'm still in high school, but I'm about to go to college. Man, they called me to the office, called my father, everything. Told me, man, what kind of stuff is he into? Like, where's all this money and shit coming from? Like, man, that's the type of the time we all we was doing was entertaining everybody else.
Of course,
like,
of course. And that was before. It wasn't no you. Don't get me wrong, Soulja Boy was already out, but we talking about here. We wasn't paying attention to no fucking Soulja Boy. So you talking about YouTube niggas really tuning into a YouTube channel like nigga. This wasn't us sharing a YouTube channel with every other band. Like how, of course, you know how they had the Go, was it? Exclusive Go-Go. Like you saying, that's all bands on one platform. So of course them Jones gonna do that. But we talking about this is just XIB band practice doing 80,000, 100,000 fucking views, and people really into it. Then, so I guess my thing was even because I'm sure like originally before I came to the band, y'all was friends with a lot of niggas in the band, but the height of the band got. You seen that a lot of niggas was like, nah, I'm cool on y'all niggas.
Yeah, and that was the crazy thing about it was like, thing is, people from other bands was hating for what? And my thing is like, y'all the same people that showed us love in the beginning, and then even some of them like, some of them that would even book us for shows. Then when our price changed, they got like our price supposed to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Like we did all this just to keep going, playing under you, playing next to you, and all that. Nah, then what made it sweet was like once you said, fuck it, we ain't doing nobody show. This is Vic, L, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be a showcase arena, some big crazy shit. We wasn't doing those shows for no bands back then. Like I know why, because people was taking our shit the wrong way. Then when we started doing our own shows, then they was talking about now we don't fuck with nobody. So that whole time was just like, that was a weird ass time for real, because it was like, damn, what do we do? Show niggas love or just keep getting our own bag? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the whole kill. And like you said, like the how we was getting, like, and it wasn't like no cap at that time. Like, it was no cap to our like ceiling. Like, it was really no ceiling. Like, we did fucking mixtape for real.
No bullshit. Like, I mean, even just the structure of the way, even from just realistically, TJ was doing shit. TJ the Smooth Dude, for people who don't know, was doing shit with Reddz Rob, and we took like snatched him from him hosting our fucking like our regular studio CDs, like doing skits in between them, and really realistically structuring go-go CDs like fucking mixtapes. And then we was literally printing them shits out like mixtapes, going up to colleges, going to the high schools, going to the TCB Johnson, passing out the CDs. So like, I guess, can you like even speak on that grind for y'all realistically, where it was kind of like y'all was just playing and playing in front of maybe like you said, you was opening up and it was just playing for the security guards too. Realistically, y'all headlining y'all own shit and being a headline band and realistically being a household name in Bounce Beat at that time.
Man, put it like this. None of these niggas, even to this day, will be up 4, 5 in the morning and say you, like for us back then with school, y'all niggas got jobs now, so, but we was 6 o'clock in the morning on a school night passing on flyers, bro. Ain't nobody did that but us, fool. Like niggas was really like trying to do something different, trying to be different. Like, and to this day, I don't think many bands got a band YouTube page. Like,
no, they don't. Like, and me and Reggie Promo was talking about that on our episode, where it's not still to this day, and I don't feel like people even shit with Instagram. And I feel like after that video with me and him I've seen a couple bands kind of like try to do something for like a week on their Instagram, and then niggas kind of fell back off. Because don't get me wrong, that shit's hard, and that shit take like a different type of discipline to, for one, stay consistent with that shit, like putting the camera in your face and recording that shit and really coming up with new content to keep people like, damn, I'm watching this shit. Like, even realistically, nigga, that video me and Ace made it the fucking carry out, and he was doing the carry out. What band turned that to a fucking song, bro?
For real?
Hell fucking yeah. You don't remember they had a carry out bounce? Nah. Nigga, that's Ace whole fucking joint. Him in, like, it was a snow day. I remember me, him, and Steph in the fucking carry out.
Cousin time there.
And the fucking what band turned that into a fucking a go-go song?
Hey, that's alright. I ain't never know that.
Hell fucking yeah. And the nigga not gonna tell me, oh, you didn't, bro. That video got like probably like 50,000 fucking views. You're not gonna tell me. We live here. You seen that video, so I know where niggas got that shit from. But the whole thing was, it is like people was actually watching that shit. So that's why I'm asking for you. I'm older, so I never got to feel how it felt to had that many people watching me, and I had to actually go to school every day. So,
oh yeah, I mean, like, but the thing about it was, see, with me it was different because everything I showed, like whenever that camera was in my face, will be what people who really know me would see. So
that's what you was already.
So you know what I'm saying. So the people that they just laughing at it, and then like at that point, niggas who didn't know me, they probably on some plotting shit the whole time. They like, oh, this nigga think he getting money, or this nigga think this, you know what I'm saying? You know how people in this city be. Okay, so
as a band member, how do you feel like, because you was there from the get-go, how do you feel like the other band members kind of took that that moment of success? Like, how do you feel like, because I felt like for a while, I mean, towards the end, niggas kind of start smelling themselves and feeling like that they should have got more than what they deserve. Yeah. So before we go to that far, how do you feel like, I guess, did you see the change in different niggas in the band, or like when Steph started to clean up and he started to get changed and shit like that? I don't know what the conversation was amongst y'all. What was?
Yeah. I mean, see, like, everybody always stay within their means for the most part. Like, some people, like you said, like, they start getting here and there, like, far as, like, the way they carry themselves. But, like, me, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I saw something that wasn't somebody, I realized I would say something. Like, I had talks with Showtime, not about him being, like, turning up on another level, but it was about something different. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I would kind of check that shit. I'm like, fool, like, if something ain't you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, far as everybody growing up and trying to, like, try to get in their bag, I was always for that. I ain't want to be the only nigga talking shit, but, like, long as, like, if it was some shit I know a motherfucker don't do or shit, like, bro, that ain't you.
Right.
I would always check shit like that, but far as niggas getting their bag, feel they so, I'm with that shit, but nigga, don't let change make a hole out you, nigga. Either. Like,
of course.
Like, so that was my biggest thing. But Yeah, like we are. The thing about us was, and then you always made that shit clear, bro. Like, nigga, we know who everybody worth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it like that, but.
That's the fact, and that, I guess that was even for me. That was one of the biggest turnoffs where I kind of like I can't do the gold shit no more because it's like some niggas aren't realistic with what you deserve because if you not putting the song, especially and you know that when you went to school and when Steph left the band, even when he was in the band, it was still songs that nigga I was behind every song. Of course, Pork Chop made the beats and shit and made up the tempos, but nigga every jump I was bringing the jumps to the jump. I'm saying okay, this should sound like this, and this is how we should structure the jump. And then Pork Chop basically made whatever my dreams or whatever I thought he made them into realities. So. If it's me and him doing all the fucking shit, and some niggas didn't even have their own hooks. You always had your own hooks, but every nigga in that band ain't always had their own hooks or know how to deliver their hooks. So you can't, how do you expect to get paid what the next nigga getting paid and you realistic? You just, a nigga, I'm punching you in, it's a punch in.
Yeah.
And we proved that, nigga. We had 4 different lead talkers and still headlined every fucking club in the DMV. And I'm talking about pack them shits out. Yeah. So that's why even for me, that shit just got frustrating. So it was like, I couldn't, how? Like, why? Fuck am I?
Yeah.
What niggas really doing besides doing whatever Pork Chop tell you to play?
Exactly. And that's facts. And the whole thing about it is like, that's what I like. To me, one of my funniest times was, and people always argue me down about this all the time to this day. But I always tell you, one of my funniest times always be when Space was running the one I was 2.
Why was that?
Cause I mean, I don't know if the shit was just so easy. I mean, the shit was always easy, but like in the sense of the shows was different. You know what I'm saying? Like
to me, my personal opinion, before you go too deep in that, I felt like that was the best version of XIB.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
Okay.
But but the thing is like I can't. It's like I be like mixed about it because it's like I don't know what level we could have got to even with shows. Cause we got to think about one time, dog. We was like Golden State. Like you had Showtime at the 1, fucking me at the 2, Space as Robin, Kales, fucking what we had Cook okay, shit don't even matter with either one of them. And then we had a female singing like, bruh, like the songs was coming so quick and so easy. Like it didn't matter. Like people was just like. Niggas couldn't even believe that shit even really happened. Like, right. And I ain't gonna hold you even with that, man. I ain't gonna, if that shit was still that right now, come on, bro.
No, that's a fact.
I ain't gonna hold you like, nigga, it wouldn't even be a lot of this shit that's going on.
Okay, I guess one of my other questions for you will be, how did you feel about like bands that you probably grew up listening to, you bypassing them bands?
Shit, that was the whole point though, like, that was the whole goal, but my whole thing was like, my whole thing was, bro, don't be the only nigga with tension. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you know what's going on and we know what's going on, we not gonna be like, oh yeah, we better than y'all. We ain't gonna say nothing about y'all. But niggas will really be trying, like, sneak say Lord shit, oh fuck these niggas, smile on our face, but fuck these niggas for real. And my whole kill is, and you can stamp, like, until, and really, when niggas start acting shady, you know what I'm saying? That's when we stopped posting the videos, really talking shit at that point. Cause it was like, hold on, bro. Y'all need to keep, we hear what y'all saying. We just ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to get in that tongue wrestling shit with y'all niggas. But like, that was the only part that was getting, like, kind of blowing me. Cause I'm like, dog, at the end of the day, when we was just everybody little bro, everybody was happy then. Everybody
of course.
Everybody was cool as shit. Yeah, y'all good, but y'all ain't, y'all like that, but y'all up next.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we came,
and then when you really took next,
when we took next,
a different
like,
type of way.
Yeah, bro. Like only certain people swallow their pride, but most of these bands, fool, they ain't. The best thing you could have did at that time was just not acknowledge it at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just let, like, yeah, they cranking like that, boom. But when niggas start going out their way to say little shit, do little shit, like nigga, all that shit end up getting exposed, bro. Like, you ain't supposed to do that. Like, if we little bros, let us be little bros. Little bro could be better than y'all too.
Of course.
I ain't gonna say we're better. We was higher than y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the fuck. Yeah, that was a wild ass time though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, I guess my next question: what is your top 3 XIB songs of all times?
XIB all time. You know I'm about to say I Love It, Baby.
Of course.
But I Love It, Baby. My top 3 or the people top 3?
Your top 3.
My top 3, I Love It, Baby. It gotta be Super Freak for sure. Third one. I don't know. We got so many.
What do you think? What would you think the people's top 3 would be?
I think, matter of fact, I would say, like, cause the number 3, even though we got a lot of jumps, cause it be hard, cause I love all those sample jumps, like, equally for real. Only one I never really used to like that people love was the Tootsie Roll jump.
That shit was hard.
That shit used to blow me, fool. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a long ass time to like Tootsie Roll.
That jump was like a separation jump. Like, I can't even remember what was before. What's Up With The Cookies was before Tootsie Roll, right?
Yeah, What's Up With The Cookies.
Tootsie Roll was a separation. Like, Tootsie Roll was that jump that kind of like...
Yeah, Tootsie Roll was on the CD right after that jump.
Yeah, that Tootsie Roll was the jump that put pressure on... That was like the jump I feel like niggas in TCB knew what the time it was. Like, and I always just remember when Polo used to tell me, like, just don't let them little niggas get too cocky. Yeah. You can say whatever you want to all them other niggas. Just remember, you my man first, and keep them little niggas in line, and y'all can do whatever the fuck else you want. But he was real to it though. And I'm talking about nigga plug. We got the lapel off the strength of off of Ben and Polo. There ain't no other nigga can say we got in there because of them. That was the strength off the this my. Like, basically, we went in there. The first time we ever did a Jonah de la Pearl was off of the strength of Reddy Rob. After that, everything else was Ben. And that nigga always told me, him and Polo said, just make sure we get one big show a month out of there with y'all, and y'all can knock yourself out and do whatever you want in it. Man. So for me, I always gonna make sure that, all right, that's cool. We make sure at least once a month, it was a big TCB, XIB jump. And for the rest of that time, boy, we was 10 niggas a whole new asshole. That's why I don't even argue with niggas on the internet when they say, oh, this band, bro. Ain't no band outside of Reaction and TCB headline and packed out every fucking club they played in, and especially not the CFE. Outside of we not even counting backyard, but we talking about the CFE from front to back, side to side, left to right.
Parties and all that.
TCB, Reaction, XIB. So a nigga can't argue with me about nothing else, and I don't give a fuck. A nigga say, "Oh y'all just was good promoters, bro." You can't promote dog shit. I don't give a fuck what a nigga tell you, because if that's the case, what niggas can't pull that. If it was that easy. Right now, when it ain't as many bands, niggas could be able to, you should be able to pull 1,000 motherfuckers. Man. Niggas ain't even seen 1,000 people. And we done that on numerous
But you gotta think about this too, though. This is another thing on top of that. We had headline on shows, and we couldn't use AAO, we couldn't use Renegade, we couldn't use All Stars, because they all, you know what I'm saying, they all felt they was better now, so they were not playing.
And don't get me wrong, and every one of them at one point in time did feel like that. And probably before I got there, niggas, they might, let's just say, realistically, okay, let's say they was better. Let's just say they was higher. Yeah, okay. And then it was just like, all right, nigga, now we like 20 songs in. You niggas y'all either gonna play in front of us or y'all niggas not gonna play. And niggas just didn't play. Niggas bands broke up. Let's keep it a buck. Motherfucking niggas bands broke up because they couldn't stand the pressure. You couldn't keep up with the music. And then it was just like, all right, y'all can come back and y'all just open up for us. Now it's like 2 other niggas before we get the reaction. Let's get these niggas out the way and then let's get the reaction. And a nigga can't tell, and that's the best thing about having your own YouTube page. Niggas can argue, you can just get on YouTube and you can do your Googles.
Yeah, and that's why I always fuck with shooters and them to this day. Cause I remember when we was doing the motherfucking, what was that, the La Pearl on Fridays and shit. They was fucking with us on a Friday. It was the only band.
No, don't get it twisted though. I was definitely paying them niggas.
I mean, you paying them, but my whole kill is, dog, all them other niggas acting like they was too desperate to even do that.
But you can't say that because all of them niggas still play at the La Pearl in front of us.
Nah, never.
Shit, Renegade, you tripping the 30 cent jump. I'm gonna tell you the lineup right now.
The 31st?
Yeah, the 31st. And the clapper for canned goods.
Who was on that one?
Nigga, it was us, Renegade, and Hey Yo, and UEB.
I don't remember that one. I don't know what you're talking
about. Go look at the fly. I swear to God.
I gotta go on Facebook, bro.
Them was the opening bands. I promise you. It was UEB, then AAO, then Renegade. Or it might have been AAO, then UEB, then Renegade. I can't remember, but I know that was the lineup for sure. And I remember I burnt that lineup a couple times.
So Renegade used to get the cranking too. I ain't gonna hold you.
They did, but they wasn't never fucking with us. I had that argument with them niggas a million times. Like, I don't care what a nigga say. When we had our run, ain't nobody was fucking with us.
Ain't nobody.
I remember that day I got into it with Mark Block, and we was having an argument. I forgot where the fuck we was about to play. Somewhere out Baltimore. It was at one of them fucking skate rings, and we had that fucking argument.
Oh yeah, I remember. What's that? Yeah, I mean, that joint was fire as shit.
Hell yeah, like in a cut somewhere out Baltimore. Yeah. And I don't give a fuck. When we was in our bag, nigga, please get the fuck out of here. Okay, I guess what's your favorite venue that you ever played at?
Showplace.
Showplace?
I mean, if you want to do like, cause
I'm talking about like weekly.
Oh,
jumps.
weekly joint. La Pearl. That's easy. Only reason, and the reason my shit go back a little, it's La Pearl. And then, I don't know if you don't think he was there yet. He might have been. At the one time we played at DC Tunnel when it was still the tunnel, and had the two little sides and shit.
No, I never.
Yeah, so them two Jones, and my reason being was cause when I first started going to those, I was probably like 10, 11, something like that. And I used to go to my cousin used to sneak me in the motherfucking Mad Chef and shit. This back when Reaction was old enough for MOB, and then MOB was old enough for TCB. Man, so I used to go to that shit every Saturday. And then I used to be like, yo, at one point in time, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna give me a band, but like, we're gonna play at this jump. So that's the reason why La Pearl probably gonna be one of my favorite venues. Cause I was like, growing up, I was like, yeah, I used to always go there and always wanted to be in the band. So when we started our shit, and we started on La Pearl, I was like, damn, that shit tight as shit. And I really say tunnel, cause I used to always go to the tunnel too. But if you wanna do like lit events though, Icon was one of my favorite places to play. We trapped the shit out of my brother's place.
Motherfucker, boy, your birthday was like fucking Christmas to a nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't give a fuck what a nigga say. Like, nigga, for a bounce beat band, and we talking about nigga who played in the band, bro. Realistically, I can't tell you a nigga who had better turnout. And I done threw everybody birthday jump. Nobody, not no nigga, no other band. And we excluding TCB.
Yeah.
Nobody. Birthday party? Fuck no. And I threw, and niggas can't, because I threw everybody birthday party. And I'm talking about your shit was probably the easiest with no effort, because it was your birthday jump. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, like, probably by the second or third birthday jump we did, I'm like, shit, I already know this gonna be packed. I ain't even gotta promote this motherfucker. By the time we went from my birthplace to the La Pearl, nigga, I wasn't promoting them shits no more. It was the La Pearl and it was your birthday. We was good money.
Man, yeah, we used to do that my brother's place so dirty. That used to be some, I ain't gonna hold you, that was it. Bro.
Realistically, I always wish I was y'all age and really got the experience, which y'all was experiencing.
Oh, yeah.
At that time, because it was, nigga, that's like Bow Wow at home, wherever the fuck he from, like, every day.
Yeah, facts.
And some you talking about, you get that shit 4 times in a week on some weekends?
Mm-hmm. Now, that's fact, that's real life, though.
I guess to wrap the XIB conversation up, my last question for you will be, what was your process of thinking when changing lead talkers? Because you was y'all always still the voice of the band and one of the most known faces in the band. So how did you feel like, what was your conversations with other niggas in the band when you had to go from Steph to Spaceman, and then from Spaceman to Kills, and then from Kills to Vito? I mean, of course, I know all of them you wasn't there hands-on with all of them because you started to go away for school for some of them transitions, but I guess what was your thought process, and what was your thought process even knowing like the band realistically never took a hit with the change of none of them?
I mean, see, like the different was like when Space took over for Showtime, like everybody was already confident in Space, so that shit went about. Now we already know he could do it. Woo. His biggest thing was because it was like at that point, that's when Space kind of first just got the XIB in a way.
Right, yeah, like that shit was like probably like a week or two new still.
Yeah, so his biggest thing was he just had to learn all the music. And then that's what really just made us create more new shit. Just be like, fuck it, let's get this seed out the way like that. You know what I'm saying? And then my talks with Kels was like, because Kels really, he didn't have the confidence at first to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't never feel like he should be a lead mic, but I'm like, fool. And then when I was in college, I was hearing this shit. I'm like, fool, you cranking, fool, just do more what you doing, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, and Vito just wanted to crank. That's all he wanted. He didn't give a fuck who was the lead mic, honestly. He wouldn't even care if J-Bo was a fucking lead mic. I think would have just did it. But yeah, like my biggest thing definitely was like only one that was like I'd say was just like getting everybody confident in the next.
So basically, realistically, you think the hardest, I guess, transition was the one went from from Space to Kills?
Yeah, Space to Kills the hardest one. Then even from it was even hard from like even just it's different. Like, cause like you gotta think about it, even when Showtime to Space, we still had Cook, we still had everybody.
Right.
And then when Space came, and then we eventually had to transition from Cook to KB because Cook had went. I think he moved out of Charlotte.
And do you think realistically KB made it even easier for Spaceman?
Hell yeah. First of all, like think about it is, and think about even like Cook was good and KB is good, but like when you got people like, first of all, the biggest thing that made it easier for Spaceman is that back line for one. We still had, at that point, I want to say we still had Reggie. We still had a bunch.
Nah, I think Reggie was gone.
Nah, Reggie was there after I want to say after Showtime a little bit, but that back line just all together, like that back line make it easy for anybody. I remember, I'll never forget one of the first practices when Space was lead. He was like, shut it down. Like, the nigga said, don't shut it down after one. He said, dang, y'all niggas really be stopping over here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like with that back line, bro, it's hard not to crank, bro. Like, you gotta think about it. Half the song is driven by that back line for real, you know what I'm saying? And then you got KB that can sing anything and everything. And even back then, even if you like throw fucking like one of the female singers in there, we was always known for having great singers, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So great singers, great back line, and then like everybody in the front line, like it mattered, but like it depends on what you need. Like if you don't want no hooks or nothing, just let the back line do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the popping songs that even people that DJ now, they be like they play the XIB trampoline jump. That shit is just nothing but it's a back line joint that's on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no words, it ain't no hook on that whole song. But a lot of people be still asking me to this day, play the XIB trampoline booty jump. It ain't not one dog. It was just a beat that Bulture made. Yeah, we put it on the YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's not no lead, nobody put no hoods, no nothing. They want to hear that shit. So that's how I tell you how good our back line really was. So, like I said, the biggest transition. The only reason I say it ain't because of like Kills didn't want to lead. The only reason I say it was a big ass transition because it ain't like you losing a lead talker. It's like you losing 2 second mics for real.
Right.
So now it's like Kills you throwing it to the fire where you only got one nigga. You had one nigga in Vito and then J-Bo had to step up, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, and
realistically, that was new for both of them. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Vito played in a couple bands, but it wasn't to that magnitude where it was kind of like, all right, now, nigga, like, you the two, like, at that time, XIB was still hot. Like, I felt like it never cooled off until it was just like, all right, I'm cool. Like, I don't want to do this shit no more. But I don't feel like it never, even when Vito was the lead talker, like, nigga, he had a song that was like one of the hottest go-go songs at that time. Same damn time. That was him. He was the lead talker. He put that song together. Yeah. Like, that's one of the joints that I can say that, realistically, I had slim to nothing to do with, and he put that motherfucker together, the slow bounce on the joint, because that's who he came from. He came from up under that ABM shit, so he knew how to do that slow bounce for real. So that was like probably realistic.